Every business wants good customer reviews. Every customer wants a good experience. So what happens when both sides click? Or in some cases, when they don't? From Yelp and Entrepreneur Media, this is Behind the Review.
Behind the review, dig deeper too. Behind the review, get all the news. Food, flowers, fixing, make business boom. Behind the review, dig deeper too.
Hey there, I'm Emily Washkovic, Yelp small business expert, and the host of this podcast, Behind the Review. Welcome to Biz Bites, our bi-weekly extra episode, where we share a few minutes of tactical advice about topics affecting small business owners. If you have a topic or question that you'd like us to cover on Biz Bites, just send me an email. You can reach me at podcasts@yelp.com. We'd love to hear from you. And just for submitting a question, we'll send you a link to request a copy of one of our current business book giveaways. Now let's dive right in. Biz Bites Episode 6, ChatGPT and AI for Business Owners. Let me start by saying that AI and ChatGPT are relatively new to me, even though they've been around for a while. And AI in general has been around for a long while. Companies like Yelp have been using it for years, and you even see it in common things you use every day, like on your cell phone when you go to write a text message and your phone gives you predictive text, or it shows you options of what you might be trying to say. This is an example of AI, or an LLM, a large language model. What it's doing is it's guessing the next word that you want to use based on what's commonly strung together in a human response. And that's how ChatGPT works. It takes tons of information that's been fed into it, all of the things we know in books and on the World Wide Web, and it then answers prompts and questions using that data. But there's a couple things that you have to keep in mind when you're going to use AI or ChatGPT. The first thing is it was trained to string together words to mimic the way a human writes about a topic, the topic that you put in. But it really has no understanding at all of factual correctness, other than what's in its training data. It can be inaccurate and is even known to hallucinate incorrect facts. It can also directly copy things, so it can be a plagiarizer of things that have already been written in that way. The last thing to know is ChatGPT is a tool to get you started, a co-pilot of sorts. In its current state, it's not going to finish a project for you. But it can be used in tons of ways by small businesses to get things started or to help eliminate certain tasks in a process. And today I want to dig into some of those examples of how you can use ChatGPT, this free tool, to maybe make some of your processes a little bit easier. For example, things like responding to customers. You can take advantage of AI to help you draft those potential responses. Maybe it's an email to a partner or a supplier that you want to figure out how to write a professional response to. ChatGPT is great to get you started, but then you're going to need to put your own human element and personality on that text. But especially if you're just at a roadblock of what to even say to get started, it's a great jumping off point. It can also help you stay focused and efficient while still bringing your own personality into the ultimate reply. You don't ever want to just copy and paste something from ChatGPT. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back.
Are you looking to buy a franchise? Which is to say, are you looking to buy a business that comes with a built-in support system and operate a brand that many people already know and trust so that you can be your own boss without the burden of starting from scratch? Well, if so, we have 500 of the best opportunities for you to choose from. Hey, I'm Jason Pfeiffer, editor-in-chief of Entrepreneur Magazine, and I am excited to tell you about the 2024 edition of our annual Franchise 500 list. Every year, Entrepreneur evaluates more than 1,000 franchises based on their growth, franchisee support, brand strength, and more, and ranks the top 500. These 500 brands cover every possible category, from beverages to food to pets to lawn care to massages to childcare to electronics to travel to whatever you're interested in. Browse our list and you might just find your future. You can find it in the January issue of Entrepreneur Magazine or at entrepreneur.com/franchise 500. That's entrepreneur.com/franchise 500.
AI can give you helpful information that you can put into play at your business. So maybe with tax season coming up, you want to ask it questions like, how do I do my business taxes? What are some common tax returns or tax credits that small business owners can leverage? These are the types of questions that when you ask AI, it can go out and get you some really good information, but it can also help you structure something that you customize and personalize. If you've been struggling with social media, you could use ChatGPT to put together a calendar for you with different topics, things that you would post about. For example, if you own a bakery or a cafe, ChatGPT could help identify upcoming holidays so that you could create a content calendar around it, like Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's Day. But there's even more holidays like National Coffee Day. And then you can take it one step further and have it help you write captions. Now, when you're having it write captions for you, maybe you're going to feed it information about your business. That's where ChatGPT is really useful. When developing prompts, the more information you can share about your business, the more specific and effective the response will be. You don't want to just write, give me an example of a Valentine's Day post for a bakery. Instead, you want to get more detailed. Try writing something like this. I own a bakery in Sedona, Arizona. I serve cupcakes, cookies, baked goods like eclairs and croissants, and coffee and hot sandwiches. My target audience is young moms and business professionals. You're running a social media account for my bakery. Develop a 6-month social media content calendar sharing times of the year like Valentine's Day and National Coffee Day. Give me copy and photo captions for each social post. If you were to plug something like that into an AI platform like ChatGPT, it can use that information to create impactful content that will help you streamline your social media. You're still going to need to read all of the posts and approve them, but it's a jumping off point and a framework for how to get started. At the end of the day, AI is a tool and something that you can leverage to help you in your business. It's never going to replace a person. It also has a lot of shortcomings. It is, after all, artificial intelligence, right? It's not a human. It's never going to be as good as a human. But it can help you. Remember, everything you do has to have that angle of who you are and who your business is in order to be personable and make that connection to your customers. And that concludes our episode. I hope you enjoyed it and were able to take a thing or two away to implement in your own life. Whether it's a new idea that you can bring back to your business or a fresh perspective on how to be a positive influence as a consumer, we share these stories to inspire and create more meaningful connections in your local community.